Welcome back, class. I'm Matt, your guide here on Y Caliber, and we're here at the end of Defenders of Oasis, a Sega Game Gear JRPG by Sega. We need to take on Ahriman, the final boss. And last time, my microphone did not work when I recorded this, so keep your fingers crossed for this one. But I'm gonna back that ash up into rings again. Oh, well, okay. Also that. Also, it's really strong ash. Behold, real ultimate power! Ah! That's canon the way Ahriman cries now. Not impossible, just highly improbable! And here he's switched to German and is just acknowledging our noble status. Okay, let's do this. Haha, take that, Ahriman. Nice that the genie got to go so early. We can pump up the defense, which is going to be very useful. Because, once he gets a turn... Yeah, and that's with the defense boost. We're going to have to actually make use of Snake Axe in this battle, because it's going to take a while to defeat Ahriman. In fact, the final three bosses have escalating amounts of HP. For example, Dolga has 777 hit points. All the versions of him do. And Ahriman had 888 hit points, where, of course, Ahriman, as you can probably guess, has 999. So we're just going to have to keep bashing away at him, and hopefully... Oh, he gets poisoned too. Hopefully we are going to be able to get rid of those 999 hitch points. Wow, he's not a truck. You're going to be able to get rid of those 999 hit points before people start to pass out. You have to wait until it says they start to strongly feel the poison. That's when we're going to have a real issue. Just going to get some hit points back to people. There we go. So Salim is about to die, and because he's not a particularly strong fighter anyway, I'm going to use his turn to heal himself. Agmar is still okay. And he does a little bit more damage than Salim, so we'll, Come on, man. No! You're not allowed to dodge. You're so giant. Also, I have to say that I love Ahriman's design and how 90s it is. Look at all these tentacle spikes and hugely distorted pectoral muscles with those lines coming off them. Like they all had back in the day, you know. Who's poisoned right now? I'm just going to use a Snake Act on the Prince, I think. 3 fingers, those little claws, you know, skull face, of course. Head gem, all very 90s. Oh, and he's got like swords coming off of his forearms and elbows. What more could you ask for in terms of the 90s? Also, he's got Rob Liefeld feet. Nice dodge, Prince. But my favorite part of this design, my absolute favorite part of Ahriman's design, is the tiny little wings that he has there. There's no conceivable way those could be of any use to him. Like, look how small those wings are. So small that they couldn't even keep him alive, and Salim lands the killing blow. Good job, Pirate Captain Salim. We've saved the world, and everyone's going to be thankful. Just you wait. Oh, you're still alive.
Curse you blasted humans! Yeah, I'm tiny now. Don't think you've won yet. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, everything is temporary on a cosmic scale. Like, what are you gonna do once the sun engulfs this planet, eh, Ahriman? What you gonna do then? Haunt the sun? Watch out, Prince.
That won't happen.
Sure, that follows, I guess, if you believe in strict binaries. Okay. Yeah, alright. So why didn't we do that before? Oh my god, he's huge. Look at the size of that guy. I had no idea he was twice the size of a person and 3 times as wide. And those tiny little arms. Look at his tiny T-Rex arms. No wonder he can't do any damage by punching people. His punches can't reach them. Well, that explains everything.
With the power of light, I'm locking you up again.
Boomerangs, go! See, because they're rings, but with the light coming out of them, they look like boomerangs. So boomerangs. Yeah, says Ahriman. Goodbye forever. Good job, Genie. That didn't work out so hot last time. Maybe you should take them into your lamp dimension or something? Scatter them? Put them in temples or something or else? Take good care to prevent the Wizard King from ever returning.
Wow, the 3 rings are back to normal!
Thank you, Agmar. We wouldn't have noticed without you pointing it out. That's exactly what I'm asking, but I'm going to guess the answer is some kind of trite,
you know, you had to show the power of your hearts was full of light in the darkness, and then the light of the darkness is blah 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 blah. Once you defeated them, then the rings could go back to normal, because then you'd already done the work and shown that you could do it, and then the rings, you know, light in the darkness.
Oh. Called it.
The power of never giving up.
If you specifically had not won, the universe would be ruined forever. That's what it said in that book. Thanks, Genie. You're the best. We'll never forget that as long as we live, unless we do. But don't worry, our descendants within at least 2 generations will forget everything that we fought for, and immediately allow it to happen again, and claim that they're making the world great again by doing so. It'll be fine. That's just how history works. People remember stuff as long as they live and try to pass it on to the next generation. The next generation remembers it less and tries to pass it on to their next generation, and that next generation doesn't really care. Not, comma, as long as Shanadar exists. The sentence is either incomplete or that comma's in the wrong place. I'm going to guess it's the latter.
Let's go home.
Yeah, this world sucks. Let's get that bird to take us back to the good world. Which is even better now, because it's not full of a Witch King. Alright, I'm going to read this for you. Thus the story comes to a close. The various episodes and battles of the prince and his friends have been named Defenders of Oasis. That doesn't make any sense. The prince and his friends have been named Defenders of Oasis. Maybe the Chronicles of the Defenders of Oasis? When enough time has passed, some episodes will be remembered as songs, others as legends, and then... 4 period ellipsis. Yes. The songs will pass into legend and then myth. You're welcome, Agmar. Yeah, you should stay here and hang out. But what? That's illegal. Don't tell me that. I'm the king now. I'm sure they will, because this is a story. Oh. Sorry, guys. Looks like you're stuck here forever. Isn't that your boat, Salim? It is your boat. I guess there was a mutiny on board. Oh, no, dude, there's a trapdoor. We got all the treasures here. There are none. You're gonna fall into it. Oh, no. Yeah, don't walk any further. The trapdoor's right. Oh, no. Oh, Agmar. Yeah. And you were lucky we came along and rescued you. With the key that you don't have. And thus Agmar, the heroic thief, rotted away in the cells beneath Gilan. What an ignoble end to one of the heroes and the defenders of Oasis. I don't want to wake up, I'm the king. Yeah, that's when the workday should begin, noon. And then it should end at like 4. Gotta have a better work-life balance going on in our world, man. Oh, Queen Miriam now. That's nice. I don't think they're asking you to eat, dude. You do have a job. You gotta go hold court, man, and solve the problems of our kingdom. Because you didn't brush your teeth, and now you're talking directly into her face. Wow. A little bit of light misogyny to top us off here. Yeah, there we go. Gotta make sure that you floss too, Prince. Sorry, King. That's really the most important part. Or those food remnants will rot away in between your teeth, just like Agmar's rotting away in that cell, and create cavities. Oh, that's a good reaction to seeing a genie. Alright, so we talked about this at the beginning of the game. There's Alcaria, that jerk. But I may as well come back to it and circle back to it now. This game came out in '92, and this was still very much the time when working on video games was seen as kind of a shameful, embarrassing thing. So many people did not use their real names. They used a pseudonym, a nom de plume, while they were working on games, so that it wouldn't tarnish their resume or their reputation. Oh, it's me, Alcaria, all along. I'm not really the princess. Woo! Which is why you see stuff like Type O and Pull Me, as opposed to real names, like E-Iro and Seven Big King. Some of these people, I've looked them up and I cannot figure out who they were. Others, you're able to discover who it was behind the pseudonym. So it's really exciting that the world has come far enough that video games are now seen as something you can be proud to work on, as opposed to something that's like a shameful secret buried in your past. So I just want to say, this game could have been so much more than it was, but the ridiculous, ludicrous frequency of random encounters really kind of ruined it. And having it released exclusively on the Sega Game Gear, I think hamstrung it in terms of the graphics and the special effects that it could have had going for it. But I love the story at the core of it. I love the aesthetic, that it isn't the standard Western or Eastern aesthetic. We've got a nice Middle Eastern vibe going. I love the goofy monsters with ridiculous names pulled from mythology and at random assigned to a sprite. I enjoy the characters and the lighthearted feel of much of the interactions. Also the music, top-notch, and the art is gorgeous and colorful. Sadly, there was never any follow-up to this game. But, if like me you found it charming and enjoyable, maybe we should get at Sega and see if they can do us an HD remaster, or maybe some kind of sequel or re-release. I'd certainly enjoy that. And if you've enjoyed this LP, maybe you would too. This was Defenders of Oasis, a JRPG for the Sega Game Gear by Sega. Hopefully you enjoyed taking this journey through the game with me, as we were able to defeat Ahriman and return light to the kingdom. 1,000 years after Jamseed's noble sacrifice. When we return, we'll be playing a different game. So until then, thanks for watching, and all the best to you and yours.